I did this eye look over the weekend and my DMs were blowing up about it. I was in the car at the time that I did it and I didn't have access to all my brushes and all my things. And so I'm gonna attempt to recreate it and teach you guys how to do it, but with better ingredients. Been crushing on these U paints by Violette. Did not do in the car is coat my eye with a dark color to begin with. I think overall this will allow me to use less product by just applying a little bit of this to start with and blending it in as a base, because all it really is a dark base topped with a cool shimmer. And the base that I used in the car was a Saint eyeshadow called Coal, and it's just basically a dark charcoal navy blue hybrid. So by doing this step and just waiting for it to dry and kind of slowly fluffing it, it's going to allow me to use less coal to get the job done. Okay, so here we are. This doesn't have to be perfect. As you can see, it's not like perfect. And then I'm just gonna use a medium earthy brown. This is called Zion. I'm going to do my crease with it. Just pat it into place first before I start working it into the crease. And it's going to merge, hopefully, with that U paint at the crease line. And then I'm gonna take a smaller brush and a darker color. This one is also matte. It's called Philly. It's one of my favorites from Saint, right here. I'm gonna put that right in the joint. So the deepest part of the crease, I'm just deepening that up. You see? Now I'm going to use Coal, which is our charcoal navy. It looks almost black, this guy right here. I'm gonna try to cover a lot of my lid. It's gonna take this from like a dark blue to almost like a charcoal, almost black color. Cool thing about using the U paint as a base, it's really mattifies the lid and will grab a hold of the shadow so that the shadow really does stick and stay put much better throughout the day. And now I'm just using what's left over from the Coal on this brush to smoke out the bottom part of the lash. I love the combination of the U paint plus the Coal eyeshadow. It really just gives you this awesome depth of color. Here's where things get fun and exciting. Advent calendar colors, specifically this one right here. It is called She's a Beaut. Okay, I just used my finger in the car, so I'm gonna do the same thing here. I started by just putting it in the inner part of the eye. I mean, I love using some kind of metallic on top of a dark color. I think it just looks so different. Now, as I'm going toward the outside edge of my eye, I know that the pigment is coming off so that it's kind of everywhere, but it doesn't go all the way to the edge. I might need to use a brush, the same brush that I used for the blue, to feather it a little bit so that it blends. You know what I mean? I want it to ombre itself, and I think it is. I used a waterproof liner. This is the Milk. Do my waterline, which is weird to do. I usually just like blink down on it and it just blacks out your waterline. Now that I'm looking at this, I feel like my crease needs a bit more depth. You know, it's all about the balance. So I'm adding more Zion and I'll probably add a little bit more Philly too. Sometimes you just have to layer those on. A lot of times I'll get to the end of my makeup and my face will feel very pale and I'll have to add a little bit of blush at the tail end. So I kind of feel like this is one of those moments where I'm just like, okay, you need a little more depth. But holy smokes. I mean, it's very, very dramatic eye look. And then you would just add a little mascara. I have a little mascara on already, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, let me go finish this other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, all done. Both eyes. I really do love it. I love a dark base with shimmer on top. It's a very striking look. You know, this is basically all we use. 4 colors. This was our waterline, the U paint, and a mascara. Not difficult. Okay, hope you love it. This is such a fun holiday eye or an anytime eye, so see you next time.